Hello everybody, hope you're all having a great time. I thought it would be fun to bring 6 increasingly difficult Disarmer strats for you to enjoy this WWE season, starting with everyone's assumption, Yeti clone Blimp as the easiest. Alright, so for this strat we are just spamming everything, all our Disarmers, our RC, our Blimp, underneath the Warden Rage Vial. We are then using the Eternal Tome to catch the Blimp, get the Blimp to the Town Hall, so we can rage, clone, destroy everything in the core to create nice little channels for our Disarmers to work through and push towards the other side of the base. He's got 2 freezes to take care of these fire spitters, and BK with Snake Bracelet to distract defenses for him with the AQ behind. On AQ he has the new Apprentice equipment and Healer Puppet just to further distract for the AQ. The Apprentice is basically a second BK, so that's very nice to have. As you can see, he still has Yetis, he's got RC, he's got Disarmers, he's got Warden, everything under Rage. This base is completely destroyed. If you want the easiest strat this season, this is the one to use. So yeah, have fun with this. For the second one, we're using a quad Rage. This is Headshotz. I've never seen him spam before. He's an amazing Rocket Loon Warden player, so it's kind of funny to see him spam, but he's still going to use some expert decision spam. Notice he sees this monolith in an island compartment, so he's going to use a skeleton spell to distract the monolith, and then use a wall wrecker to take out the monolith. The wall wrecker also triggers the giant, uses some super barbs to create some funneling, and he's going to send his AQ on the right side of the wall wrecker and his RC on the left side of the wall wrecker. And in doing so, he's created a nice little path for all of his wall wrecker troops to go right into the town hall. He rages up the RC, rages up the Valks that came out of the wall wrecker, takes the town hall down, and now this base is a nice thin V for his AQ, Minion Prince, Disarmers, and Warden to wrap around clockwise, right to left. RC's over here on the left, triggers the enemy Rage Tower, so he overgrowths the Rage Tower, the Scatter Shot, and most importantly the Fire Spitter to keep that from shooting his main group of troops moving in from the right. Giant in the core, still distracting. AQ goes to ability, Magic Mirror and Healer Puppet on the outside to help keep all of the Disarmers into the core. He wants to keep them pushing, taking out the high damage defenses. Still has the Fire Spitter left. Enemy Minion Prince freezes up on that Scatter Shot, takes out the enemy Minion Prince. Giant is still distracting. Disarmers all look healthy, and the base is gone. So yeah, if you want a strat for high legends, this would be it, because I mean, it's Navi Klaus, he's got to be in high legends. Last critical defense, single target Inferno goes down. Disarmers are going to target that last remaining defense, the mortar, and end on the YEETer, so he doesn't even have to deal with that. Alright, so the third strat, this is going to be the Kane to the Town Hall by Phantom. Using invisibility spells, keeping that Kane healthy. Rage to get through this high hit point defense, the monolith, and to break through the walls quicker. Another invisibility spell. Another invisibility to keep Kane safe from the enemy CC. Notice this rage covering the enemy CC and reaching all the way to the wall in front of the town hall and the town hall. Invisibility on Kane under the rage, one-shots the wall, looks like he one-shots the town hall. And notice these nice channels he's made on the right and left side. That's huge, because you definitely want to keep your Disarmers and all your troops as bunched together as possible so that they can synergize off each other as much as possible. So to further thin up this channel, he uses the giant arrow to clear trash buildings on the outside, sends in the Disarmers with the Warden behind, AQ on the outside, keeping them all grouped in towards the center. And on the opposite side, he's got the Siege Barracks, and he triggered the Giant with the Minion Prince to work on the left. Warden ability, Eternal Tome, Life Gem. Disarmer's still ripping through the base. Minion Prince doesn't even have a test loon, still working through the space. Giant, and the 2 P.E.K.K.A.s from the siege barracks, just keep on trucking, and finishing off that center scatter shot, finishing off the remaining fire spitter. Minion Prince is about to go to ability. RC doesn't need to use ability. Base is absolutely wrecked. Nice job, Phantom. It's a really cool attack. This would be one of the funnest strats that you can use this season. Alright, number 4, Giant Arrow Zap AQ Charge. And I want the AQ, I'm going to deploy her on this army camp down here at 6. And she needs to have the Giant Arrow hit the Fire Spitter, Monolith, Inferno Tower, and Spell Tower. So that when I charge her towards the Town Hall, she doesn't have to worry about the Fire Spitter peeling off the healers. So testing for Tesla with that barb, then dropping in 2 Rocket Loons to take out the mortar. Now I can send in the Flame Flinger for some free defenses. Some archers to take out the Gold Collector to help push my AQ to the left. So notice the builder huts around the defenses that I want to target, so I'm going to have to drop 2 EQs to distract them. Pop the EQ ability, I look up, notice that I hit the right defenses, they all go down, and we're off to a great start. Everything's going very well up until this Ice Golem being deployed a little bit too late, so I'm going to have to drop an invisibility spell on my queen to keep her alive, because she doesn't have ability, and I don't want to pop Warden ability on the AQ and the BK right now. 2 Loons for this Wizard Tower, with some Wizards in behind to help push all of my heroes into the core. BK locks onto enemy BK, and that's right where he needed to be, so he could open up all those walls for the AQ to get into the core. And now AQ has benefited enough from the Warden Rage, so we send the Disarmers to pull the Warden to the right, and now we can use the Eternal Tome on the Disarmers and the RC. AQ still working in. Phoenix is pulling traps for the healers for the AQ. Use the Eternal Tome, protect these Disarmers, and that's nice because the Disarmers are also distracting for the AQ. AQ is about to take out the Town Hall. Town Hall goes down. Disarmers are still all healthy. RC ability with the Rocket Spear, and the Rocket Spear is actually really nice with this because it essentially just pumps the brakes for your RC, so the RC stays back and the Disarmers go forward and deal with all these dangerous defenses by themselves. And this strat is all about swagging spells. I call it Hero Swag City because it's the best synergy of your heroes and it's all designed to swag. So this is one of the most difficult strats you can do, and it's nearly impossible until the event troops come. This is a Skelly Donut takedown for the Town Hall and the Clan Castle. So 2 Rocket Loons on this Archer Tower over here at 9 o'clock with a minion because I want to push my BK and AQ into that ricochet cannon compartment. Notice the builder huts around these defenses that I need to take down. So I count the tiles, 2.5 away from the 4x4 building, the Town Hall, and 3 tiles away from the 3x3 building. So you take where those intersect and drop the invisibility spells accordingly, take out the Town Hall, take out the enemy clan castle, and we're off to a great start. I initially wanted to drop my AQ. I have the giant arrow just in case I needed to clip one of those buildings in case the skeleton spells didn't quite get them down. I wanted to drop her on the multi-archer tower, but now the Flame Flinger has softened up those walls to the point that if I did, the Archer Queen would be in danger of pushing forward to the monolith. So I'm going to drop her on that Elixir Collector, take out the air defense, drop in an Ice Golem to distract those really high damage defenses because I don't want my AQ to go down right away. She's supposed to survive the entire raid. Monolith goes in, distracting that Expo. AQ takes down the Expo, freezes up the Ricochet Cannon. BK's there to deal with the hero. I'm going to go ahead and drop RC just to help push the AQ towards the center more. And now the Disarmers and Warden from the opposing side to take out the Fire Spitter, because Fire Spitters and enemy heroes are the worst thing that you can encounter when you have no spells left. So the Disarmers take out the enemy heroes, take out the Fire Spitter, Eternal Tome, and if I were to do this over, I probably would have sent 1 Disarmer with the RC just to help her, keep her healthier. But, I mean, they're Disarmers, so it really really doesn't matter too much. So RC working through the core, managed to time that Headhunter perfect with the enemy AQ, so my AQ is still alive. Nothing left to stop anything except for time. All the disarmers are healthy. We have two of these sneezy creations flying with the Warden, and base is done. So the only thing that can be more difficult than a Skelly Donut is having no spells. So we're going to go into this base and notice it's kind of the same layout as the last base, diamond shaped. So I'm going to put the Flame Flinger here down at 6, and the Flame Flinger's job is to create a nice funnel for my AQ to work to the left with. So Flame Flinger's down, test for these traps, the Teslas, skeleton spells, 2 rocket loons to target that archer tower. Now I can put some minions down because I want my BK to work from 9 to 6 to meet up with the Archer Queen, and then push into the core together with the Warden, Rage Vial, and Eternal Tome. So I got some archers up top working to take out some of those free trash buildings. This base is not particularly well set up. So right now I'm just waiting for this funnel to happen. I'm looking at the time, I'm thinking that I'm going to time fail, so I send in my troops early. That multi-target archer tower was supposed to be down. Now my AQ is too close, within range to the single target Inferno. I'm going to have to burn AQ ability very early on into the raid. That's not good when you have no spells. So send in those rocket loons, soften up the single target Inferno. The Giant comes out, distracts, Giant's down already. AQ and Warden are working here to the left, and that's the great thing about diamond style bases as opposed to square bases. You can take on the defenses more one at a time with a diamond style base. Send in the disarmers because Warden was about to go to ability. So now the disarmers and the RC have the Eternal Tome ability. They get to benefit from that. Go ahead and pop the Rocket Spear ability, and this way my RC doesn't wrap around. It's able to direct target the Town Hall. And now, with this channel that the super minions have created, I send in 1 disarmer to take out the enemy the enemy fire spitter. Because the fire spitter is the last thing you want to encounter with an RC and a Spirit Fox. Because the fire spitter will take out your Spirit Fox, make your RC susceptible to being killed, and it will also peel off healers. So it's really nice to take out fire spitters when you're doing any kind of charge. Alright, so Sneezy's working through, somehow surviving, popping out those little creations. Warden's down, Sneezy still wants to benefit from the rage, RC's healthy. We have all these skeleton straps just getting shredded by the electric boots. RC clears the last few defenses, and the space is beat without any spells, but that's not really crazy because these are event troops. So have a lot of fun with these strats, and personally, whenever I see event troops, I think Skelly Donuts. So have fun, and thanks for watching.